At the will reading, my parents gave my sister $10 million and told me to go earn my own. Then Grandpa's lawyer stood up and read a secret he kept just for me. My mom started screaming. I hadn't seen my grandparents in 3 years, not because I didn't want to, but because my sister Vanessa told me they'd moved to a nursing home that didn't allow visitors due to COVID restrictions. She said it was too upsetting for them to see people through glass. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? Turns out, they were at the ranch house the whole time. The same house where I spent every summer as a kid, helping Grandpa in his workshop while Vanessa complained about the heat. I found out the truth 2 days before the funeral. I drove 8 hours to visit them at the care facility Vanessa told me about. The address didn't exist, so I drove to the old ranch instead. Grandma answered the door. She looked at me like I was a ghost. You finally decided to show up? Her voice cut right through me. I was confused. What do you mean? I've been trying to visit for months. She handed me a notepad with Grandpa's handwriting, a phone number he'd been calling over and over during his last weeks. It wasn't mine, not even close. They told us you changed your number, she said quietly, that you didn't want to be bothered anymore. My stomach dropped. Grandma, I've had the same number since high school. Her face went pale. They told us you were ashamed of us, that you had a new life and we didn't fit into it. I started shaking. Who told you that? Your mother and Vanessa. They'd cut me off completely. Told my grandparents I didn't care. Told me they were unreachable. And I'd believed them because I thought family didn't lie about things like that. When Grandpa died, my parents texted me the funeral was at 1 p.m. I showed up to an empty church at 12:45 dressed in black, holding flowers. A janitor told me the service had ended 3 hours ago. They'd lied about that too. At the will reading, the family lawyer had us all gather in his office. Mom wore pearls. Dad had his serious business face on. Vanessa kept checking her phone, bored. The lawyer started reading. To Vanessa, the summer house in Colorado, the investment portfolio Grandpa had built over 40 years, and $10 million in liquid assets. Vanessa squealed. Mom actually clapped. Then the lawyer looked at me. There was a long pause. My dad leaned back in his chair and said, "You're the smart one, Elena. You'll figure it out." That was it. That was my inheritance. A condescending comment and nothing else. I stood up to leave. Then the lawyer cleared his throat. Actually, there's a second document, sealed, to be read only in the presence of all immediate family members. Mom's smile altered. What second document? The lawyer pulled out a thick manila envelope with my name on it. Inside was a deed, a letter, and a financial statement. He read aloud, "To my granddaughter Elena, I leave the newly constructed research facility at 482 Pine Ridge Lane, including all laboratory equipment, patents, and intellectual property. Additionally, a $15 million endowment to fund continued operations and research." The room went dead silent. Vanessa's mouth fell open. "Wait, what facility?" "He built it last year," the lawyer said calmly. 40 acres, fully operational, registered under a private trust. My hands were shaking. I didn't even know this place existed. Then he read Grandpa's letter. "To my little scientist who they tried to make invisible, this is yours. I watched them erase you from family photos. I watched them skip your graduations to attend Vanessa's dance recitals. I watched them lie to you and lie to us. You deserved better. Build something they can't ignore." My mom stood up so fast her chair fell backward. "This is insane. He wasn't in his right mind. He was evaluated by 3 separate physicians," the lawyer said. "All confirmed mental competency." Dad's face turned red. "We'll contest this." The lawyer smiled slightly. "You can try." But Mr. Dawson anticipated that. He recorded video testimony explaining his decisions. "Would you like me to play it?" Nobody answered. Vanessa started crying. Real tears this time, not the performative kind. "I visited him every week like you told me to. You said I'd get everything." She turned on Mom. "You promised." And that's when I realized they'd been using her too, coaching her, making her play a role, all for money that was never really theirs to promise. Grandpa had seen it all. 6 years later, the research center just won a national sustainability award. We've helped over 200 farms implement climate-resistant agriculture. I named the main lab after Grandma. My parents still call sometimes. Different numbers, borrowed phones, emails from fake accounts. I delete every single one. They made their choice. I made mine.